Sell yourself to the Shire. Become the hero of your own mythology. Attenuate your inner sanctum. And heed well the Celestina prophecy. ShireExchange.com.
I've been a minority member when the Republicans were in the majority before, and these are not your father's Republicans. These are people who are ideologically driven. They are not looking at fiscal responsibility. They are looking at the things that they think should be done and shouldn't be done among their own people. If the Republicans who've been there much longer argue with the leadership, they get beaten down, thrown out, disregarded. It is not possible. I have some really good friends. I have in the past co-sponsored bills with Republicans, and it's just not possible to be bipartisan now.
Well, speaking of fiscal responsibility, though, I mean, how fiscally responsible was it for the Democrats to raise spending, what was it, 30% over 4 years?
It's very interesting when sound bites like that get made. When you get into what it actually has done, a whole lot of that was stimulus money, which was needed just for a short time. And of course, the Republicans have purposely cut things so that we lose hundreds of millions of dollars in federal funds.
Well, those federal funds are stolen from people in Mississippi and Texas, is that right?
I wouldn't say stolen.
Well, what's the difference between taxes and theft?
I think if you don't know the difference between taxes and theft, you probably failed your courses in civics. Thanks very much.
All right, thanks, Representative. What was your name, by the way?
Powers.
Pardon?
Powers.
Oh, okay, Mr. Powers. Okay, thanks so much.
You're welcome.
You like this one?
Yes,
Since it doesn't affect cigarettes.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah. Well, what they're going to do, if the revenues don't come up, they're going to reduce taxes.
Yeah.
Okay?
You think the revenues are going to go up? You really think they are? When? 2, 3 years? 4 years?
Within a couple of years, yes.
Within a couple of years, I would say a good 4 years, 5 years before we see any good movement. I mean, all the businessmen that I've talked to are saying the same thing. Fuel's killing us. Our insurances are killing us.
That was a heated conversation a minute ago, but it actually kind of calmed down when I got there, strangely enough. That guy was kind of railing on the rep. Mr. Yalley, if I may, what's something the Republicans are spending money on right now they shouldn't be?
Who am I talking to?
Dave Ridley with RidleyReport.com.
What's Ridley Report?
It's a libertarian video blog.
Oh, okay. Well, you can come in and listen.
Well, you can always answer right now.
Hey, Jerry. Oh, yeah. You look too busy. Banging your head against the wall. That takes
I could use the Satan Eyes button, but I'm not gonna. This is what the Satan Eyes button looks like.
Both Republicans and Democrats haven't focused enough on the way we deliver services and the accountability for delivering those services. And I think if we did that, we could probably do more with the same money and help more people. And that's what I think the focus is not on. The focus is just cutting a number, but not looking at we're looking at a symptom, we're not looking at the disease.
Can you think of something, though, that should be cut that's not being cut? I mean, an unnecessary expense.
I honestly can't. But again, I just feel it's the way we deliver these services.
Is it possible, though, for a government to be efficient?
It's possible. It would be innovative. But I think it's really possible.
Yeah.
And I think most people would agree that that's where we should be. We should be looking behind what's going on. Just to cut people off at the knees is not necessarily the best way to do things.
And are you a Democrat or Republican?
I am a Democrat.
Okay.
On occasion. No, I'm a Democrat.
Well, it's always good for a party not to be too strong over its members.
It's not. I'm probably I'm an independent thinker. But when I talk to people in the House, we all think that, yes, there should be focus. And if we were going to do anything, we should focus again on the way we deliver these services, all of them. More efficiency, that sort of thing. And I think then we can make cuts, but cuts that wouldn't hurt people's lives.
When a cut happens or a government program goes away, doesn't that, though, give the opportunity for someone to come in and provide it for profit?
No, because many of the I don't believe, many of the government programs are, people can't make a profit, or if they are, they're making it illegally, and we've seen that happen. Many of the people who are in such programs can't afford to make a profit-making business unless they're subsidized by the government.
Well, people make profit. Well, to some extent, and technically it's non-profit usually, but people can make a profit on a private school, even in the current monopoly environment.
You could.
Yeah, and that's what's mostly expensive.
You could do that, but you couldn't do it on the scale to which we have, and you couldn't take all the students that we have to have. So, I mean, we're looking at small scales. You might be able to. But in the long run, I think that most of the services the government provide, we can't. We've seen privatization of highway departments. It just doesn't work.
That would be the hardest thing to privatize, that's for sure.
It has been done, but it doesn't work.
All right. Representative Callie Pitts, I appreciate your accessibility. Take care out there. You're a rep, correct? Can you think of some?
Nope, a former guy.
Former rep. Oh, okay.
Former rep.
Do you want to weigh in on something that you think the Republicans are spending too much money on right now in the State House?
What's that?
I mean, can you think of something? I guess is what I'm trying to
What's the spending?
Yeah, is there any
too much money
waste
on?
that's happening under the Republicans that you can think of?
By them not investing in the kinds of things that we need, it's waste in the short term and the long term. Really kind of disgusting. The needs aren't being met. People who need help aren't going to be served. Rich people are getting richer in New Hampshire. Poor people are getting poorer. It's bad.
But isn't there something, though, that I mean, I haven't found anyone yet here today who can tell me something that there's like an unnecessary expense. There must be some hypocrisy there, right? And they must be spending some money somewhere that they're not supposed to be spending. You can't think of anything?
I think the investment issue.
But that's not spending.
If you're just looking for a dollar here and a dollar there, they're wasting a lot of money.
I don't get it.
I'm sure you don't.
This is about the biggest softball question I think I've ever come up with, and I can't get an answer for it. This edition of the Ridley Report is brought to you by
ShireExchange.com